happening? So today I want to make a really cheap and easy dish. Um, this is called Kik Alicha Wat, which is a split pea stew. It's an Ethiopian style split pea stew, and the ingredients are really simple actually. Just You're gonna need about a cup of yellow split peas, which I have right here, dry. I'm gonna make it in my Instant Pot, by the way. And you're gonna need some. I'm gonna use some garlic salt. I'm gonna use a little bit of garlic powder. If you have just regular salt and regular garlic powder, you can do that as well. And some turmeric and some ginger. Yeah, and if you have raw ginger, turmeric, or garlic, you can use that as well. Just chop up maybe 2 cloves of garlic, maybe about an inch of ginger, just mince it up. And same with the turmeric, if you want to do it that way too. So, but I've got the dry stuff. This is really good for when you're traveling. You can easily store that and it won't go bad. So, you're also going to need 1 onion chopped, which I have right here. And I'm going to go ahead and serve this with just some basic white rice. I'm going to use a cup of rice and then 2 cups of water for that and just heat it up in my rice cooker. So I'm going to do both pieces of gear that I have right here. And all right, so let's begin. So on the Instant Pot, there's a saute mode. We're going to go ahead and hit that. So we're going to saute the onions in a little bit of water and just get those going first, and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. So I'm allowing this to heat up right now. Alright, so the Instant Pot's warming up. You can see there's a little bit of water simmering at the bottom. So what we'll do is we'll add just a little bit in there to saute these onions. And we'll let those go for a moment. And we'll try to get them a little bit more translucent. Alright, so those are starting to saute a bit. We'll stir it around, keep that going. And this is a really good feature of the Instant Pot. If the water starts to absorb a little bit, just feel free to add a touch more. That way nothing sticks to the bottom. And I try not to use a lot of oil. I mean, I will on occasion, but one of my health goals is to sort of avoid having to have any sort of triple bypass surgery or anything like that. I know if you have too much oil in the diet, too much cholesterol, these things are risk factors for heart disease. So I try to use water when I saute instead of oil. Alright, so we'll let that hang out for a moment. This process will probably take a good 5 minutes, so we'll come back in a moment. Alright, so the onions are cooking pretty well. We're going to add some turmeric, about a spoonful of that. We're going to get a spoonful of ginger in there, a little bit of garlic salt, a little bit of garlic powder, and some black pepper. And we'll stir that up a touch. It smells really good. So we'll do that, and then we'll go ahead and add the split peas. So we're going to do the rest of this bag. Add some water to that. And that should be enough water. You're going to want kind of a 2-to-1 ratio on that. So just let that hang out for a moment and put the lid back on. Make sure the valve is closed, and then we're going to go over to the settings here, hit pressure cook, and we're going to, oh, sorry, you have to hit cancel first. Okay, pressure cook. We're going to do 9 minutes, and I'll be back in just a moment. All right, for the rice and the rice cooker, we're just going to do a 2-to-1 ratio. We'll get some water in there. So 2 parts water, 1 part rice, and that should be it. You should be able to basically stick a joint of your finger into the water and be able to touch the rice, like down to like 1 joint. So that's a good kind of indication of how much water you should add if you don't feel like measuring. So, and then all you got to do, throw the lid on and just flip on the on switch. And that should be ready in probably like 15 minutes. All right, I'll see you in a moment. All right, I just got back from a little bit of a walk. I decided to just go around the block a couple of times, get a little sunshine. Good for that vitamin D. You gotta get a little sun every day, get a little exercise. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these little steps along the way will certainly help. Help the mood, especially, it's such a challenging time right now. I just found out more dates that I had planned for the summer have been canceled. So, there's not a lot that I have control over when it comes to, certain aspects of my career. I mean, I had a whole year planned of dates, and they just keep on falling like dominoes right now, which is, a huge letdown, of course. So what I do have control over still are the basics, like what am I putting in my mouth? Am I eating like healthy foods? Am I taking care of my body? Am I exercising? Am I getting enough sleep? Focusing on that, and then also giving myself like, hobbies or different ways to maybe help out my career as a musician. I've started to learn a bit more. Like I'm learning a bit more about video production right now. So, I mean, I'm brand new to a lot of this. I'm also getting to practice my drums a lot more, which is nice. So I'm trying to make lemonade out of lemons. So, yeah, we all have lemons right now. So let's try to make lemonade. I think that's the best that we can do. And, if you do a few things that are positive for yourself every day, I think that really helps neutralize some of the the negative effects of the coronavirus and this quarantine situation and loss of work that we're all experiencing. So anyway, yeah, the food's almost done, and I'm going to show you in just a moment, but it's the rice just needs about 2 or 3 more minutes, so I'll come back in a moment. All right, so we're all done. We've got the rice ready, and here is the Kik Alicha. So yeah, check that out. Looks really nice. So all you have to do now is just pair the two together, and you've got a really cheap and easy, I'm gonna lay this down there. Okay, you've got a really cheap, easy meal. So yeah, if you're hanging out, you're on tour, and you want to combine forces with one of your other band members who has a rice cooker or an Instant Pot, you can bust out this dual action recipe, just rice and Kik Alicha. If you go to an Ethiopian restaurant, they'll serve it typically with injera, which is a sourdough flatbread made out of teff flour, which is a grain that's native to Ethiopia, and it's really delicious. So I highly recommend that. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe as always. Let's get through this pandemic. Eat healthy food, exercise, get some sleep, do the basics, and work on some sort of hobby or something that excites you. And we'll get through this. All right. See ya.